Welcome to the channel. This reading will be focused on the energy of Jenelle Evans. I'm going to be using my True Heart Intuitive deck. I felt compelled to do this reading just from seeing some of the stuff going on with her. I'm going to actually focus on, because I can't remember everyone's names besides her mom Barbara and Jace. Like, there's just too many. I want to know why she's so angry. Like, what happened? She's an interesting energy to me, so I want to peek in, see what's going on in there. I did a reading the other day on Foodie Beauty. I've done 2 others besides the one from yesterday. Someone left a comment saying they enjoyed the reading. Thank you for that, by the way. I hope you enjoyed it. And they mentioned in the comment how other readers, don't like doing reads on her, Chantal, because they find her energy to be yucky, or, they don't like her energy. And, I just want to say, the only time I ever have a bad feeling, or, a not great feeling after a reading is like the Marilyn Monroe reading where I look in on the last day she was here on the earth. Casey Anthony, that was icky. Not good. I didn't like that. Chris Watts, people like that. I find that to be, a little irky. But people like Amberlynn, Chantal, Eugenia, there's more of like a sadness and feeling lost, which for me is a relatable feeling in general to it's a lot of humans, okay? So I don't see that. I feel like people that do readings on the people I just mentioned, they might even, I'm not saying they're not empathetic, but they might not really want to peek in or be in that energy to begin with. You know what I mean? Looking at it a certain way. When I do readings, I try to, like a blank slate, like a chalkboard that's not been written on, an empty book. I'm not looking with it. There's a cover. Everyone has the outside that they show. The inside is the inside. I can't assume to know what's going on within a person, what makes them who they are or who they became, the path they took before they got to where they are, And with people like Jenelle, I remember when she was first on that teen baby, whatever, teen mom show, 16 pregnant, teen mom, all that stuff. And I remember thinking, oh my God, this poor child. I used to cry. I had to stop watching it, I feel like. When Farrah, I used to feel bad for. I felt like she was kind of misunderstood, and I kind of felt bad for her, even though I thought she had a real attitude problem. But I felt like she was like that for a reason, I said, Jenelle, yeah, I'm just curious. Oh, my point of bringing up those people in general and stuff is, yeah, I feel like, people that do readings on them and they're just like, oh, these people did this and that. It's like, but why are they this and that? If you can't see how they became this and that, then I don't know, maybe you don't try to peek in on them, because that's not very empathetic, in my opinion, if you can't look beyond the cover. I don't know if any of that made sense. I don't know. I'm feeling a heavy feeling. I was thinking about Jace. So, yeah, Jenelle. When I was a younger teenager, I was probably the angriest person you could have ever met. But I was like that for a reason. I didn't come out of the womb a raging hurricane, collapsing, an avalanche of anger. That happened because of certain things that I experienced. So, why is Jenelle Jenelle? That's what I want to know. And if you're new to my channel, hey, I'm Melissa. I like to be a fly on the wall. I like to buzz through the blinds of the person on my mind. And, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, this kind of readings, they don't make me feel icky necessarily. I feel sadness, a heaviness. So even now, like, just knowing I'm doing Jenelle, I have a heaviness. I was thinking, yeah, maybe that's why I need to do this, to get the to remove it. Because it's like, so let's, if you're watching this reading, I assume you know who Jenelle Evans is, and, what's been going on. I'm kind of up to date. Like, I know Jace ran away. That phone call, the guy with the braided, the big guy with the, I'm not saying nothing bad about him because he's got a whole ton of, he's like an army of one. Alright? And I don't know why he's the way he is, you know what I'm saying? Everything I just said goes for that person too, you know what I mean? We all, we're all fools on the fool's journey. How did we end up where we is now? So, yeah. Let's look at, show me Jenelle. I have a feeling a ton's gonna come out, but show me Jenelle, her overall energy, and maybe a little peek if I can, like, the past, current, into the possible future, or like, why, is she like this? Loaded question. Show me Jenelle Evans. What's her overall energy? What's her current energy? How'd she end up so angry? The drug, trigger warning, if you're triggered by stuff. The whole, like, being, the addictions, like, interesting. Okay. So, these two cards fell out. This is the Four of Coins, and this is the Nine of Wands. These are both energies that, like, kind of holding on to something. The Four is literally holding on to whatever prosperity it can. Sometimes I also say this is the person that is holding back. And this represents a person that has been through a battle and they're on guard. Like, they feel like they have to protect themselves because they've already been through something. And they're expecting that they might have to protect themselves from a future, attack of some kind. So, this could be like, currently her energy, feeling like she's holding back or holding on. She could feel like she has some sort of, person or something watching, peeking, keeping an eye on what she's doing. This could be like, if law and different outside, peoples are involved now with Jace, or what's going on with that whole situation, which I'm not super up to date on. I know enough. And this, I think, has to do with David. I think his name is David. I'll just say her husband. The Army of One. Okay. And what she might try to, I don't think she's necessarily hiding this, but this is what she might be feeling within. This is the nightmare. This is the person that is having a lot of anxiety. They're full of stress. They could have actual trouble sleeping. I usually sing my goofy, so I got worms in my brains and I'll never be the same. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. So right now our whole life is like a nightmare. This is the Chariot. In this card, it's not moving. Like, sometimes there's horses and they're like running fast. Sometimes They're like taking a rest. Like here they're laying down. They're not, whatever's going on right now, the nightmare, which I'm going to say is connected to her relationship and her children. It's affecting the children. It has to do with the children. The Six of Cups is overall represents nostalgia. Like here you see that this could represent, like, if it's connected to the relationship, a person that we feel like when we met, we knew them our whole lives. Everything was very easy. It happened fast, because it felt so comfortable. It could represent a past life soulmate. It could represent someone that you grew up with, someone that you've known since you were a kid. But with all these butterflies and stuff, it just, and in general, sometimes it makes me feel someone that we like have grown with or have gone through some sort of experience with that has changed us. The butterflies. In this card specifically with the butterflies, you don't always see that in the Six of Cups art. So I would say currently, and this might also be talking about her trying to protect her money, holding on to her money. She's in a nightmare. This whole situation is, as far as this card being here, as far as I'm concerned, is representing how it's stifling her path, her journey. We're all fools on the journey, okay? You take the chariot to ride along the path. All of us have a beginning and an end. It's what connects all of us. We all are born and we're all gonna one day not be here. And it's the path along the way. Are you gonna take the straight path? Are you going to take the path that zigzags and puts you in a dead end, and you're just sitting there? Because that's what this feels like right now. Like, she feels like she's at a dead end. Overall, it represents, it could be Cancer energy. For me, sometimes a person that has a hard shell, but they're smushy on the inside. They have a lot of feels on the inside. And, yeah, I think she might be actually in a nightmare about reflecting on her path. Like, the thing I want to peek in on, which is, like, how did she become Jenelle Evans? Even when I first remember seeing her on that show, like, why was she so angry? Like there's lots of people that go through things that are messed up, but they don't end up so angry. Like, so I think she's reflecting. She's in a nightmare about it, probably not sleeping well, if at all. Feeling completely stifled on their journey, at a dead end, and like, how did I end up here? Who am I? Where am I going? And I'm hoping this is representing her kids more so than the masculine energy that she's, interested in, or whatever. The husband. I don't know if they're getting divorced. I don't know what's going on with it. The husband, okay? The army of one. This could represent that she felt all these things and thought I was going to grow old with this person. And maybe now reflecting, like I just said, this, I don't know, is this the person I'm supposed to be traveling with? Another card of having to protect herself. Maybe feeling like scared of the shadows. Maybe literally is jumping at shadows, Yeah, the connection. Emotional. All the emotion. Feeling not heard. Feeling like there's the fighting. For me, the Five of Wands is like feeling not heard. Like not being able to communicate. Doesn't make sense. Maybe even having trouble getting words out. So, and I didn't look up her sign before I did this, so I don't know. Not that it super matters, but it's nice to know. I don't know if she is a water sign. the way she acts, I think she would be a fire sign, but I don't know. I'm seeing all these cups, so I know there's a lot of emotions. Okay. So, show me Jenelle. Show me Jenelle's. I think this is what I did when I did the first Foodie Beauty Chantal reading, and even maybe Amber Lynn. And maybe even Eugenia, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna do this here. So show me what in the childhood of Jenelle shaped how she became, like, as a teenager. Like, when I first saw her as a teenager, when she was pregnant with Jace. Show me what things from the younger years happened, or in a way affected who this person became. Show me that. That's what I want to know, because I feel like that's what makes a lot of what influences. One card fell out. Okay. Now I felt like these wanted to come out, but I'll just see if more. Alright, this one card came out. This is the Knight of Swords. And this is like the in and out energy. It's aggressive. It's usually comes in and out with a message, words. I'm gonna say this is the father energy. I don't know about her dad. Was he around at all? So I'm taking this as a masculine energy. If it's not, I mean, it's a knight. Usually I would associate a king energy with a father energy. So I don't know if this is saying that her birth father was young when she was conceived and was never really around. Oh my god, now I have to look that up. I don't know. Show me more. What's this? Because if not, this could represent her first intimate experience. If she didn't have a masculine influence growing up, if it's not representing that, like that it was in and out and aggressive and immature and just not fully flighty. I associate this especially with being flighty because of the wings. Like, it could represent the first masculine, energy that she had an intimate experience with, and that greatly influenced the relationships after that, So, alright. So I see a King of Cups and a Prince of Wands. Another Knight energy. So the King, this King, he could drink a lot. He could be imbalanced emotionally. I don't know if this is saying that all the masculine energies that were around Jenelle when she was younger were immature, in and out as knights. Usually, knights are, especially the Knight of Swords, is very in and out, back and forth. The Knight of Pentacles is like the slowest knight, but they're usually considered the most virtuous. So they take their time, but they're more likely to stick around. This one's in and out. And this one's all full of passion and impulse with the wand energy. And this is like, if this is the most mature energy, masculine-wise in your, this might be saying that she was desiring to be nurtured by a masculine energy, but that they were all flighty, maybe aggressive, maybe even perverse with the wands here. I don't know. And usually I don't say that word, but I did, so maybe there's a reason why. Like perverse energy. And the King of Cups can be emotionally unstable and a drunk. Alright? Someone that doesn't handle their emotions or their addictions, like no self-control, you know what I'm saying? And that could be for like overeating, could be linked to food, anything that's unhealthy, maybe even things sometimes I say that should be healthy, like a person that exercises too much, or is too hyper focused on, is too emotionally attached to things that are not healthy for them. This could have been what influenced and shaped her personality. These masculine type of traits. What forget what's between your legs, right? It's just like, but this is masculine energies. So she could have, from a young age, been affected and influenced by the masculine energies that she was, sharing space with, where flighty, even this, and I try to not say this, but this is the card that, like, used to be associated with the narcissistic energy, and I try to not, or when I do bring up that fact, or whatever, I usually say narcissism is a true mental illness, and there's different types of narcissism. So it's not so like, oh, this is the narcissist, because, like, but it can represent an energy that is what we associate with the narcissistic traits. And then, all the emotions. And then again, this impulsive, fiery, what I feel could even be linked to perverse energy. Alright. So, this is the Seven of Wands again. And this is the energy that feels like it has to defend itself, protect itself. And I will say, in this card, I sometimes point out that she has her hands on her hip, she's like ready, and her legs are not shaved. It's like she don't, I'm kind of relating this to what I just said, like maybe becoming more masculine, aggressive, a more masculine energy as she got older because of these influences. I don't know if these are like cousins, uncles, people she dated, the father energy. I don't know. This, I'm gonna say, alright. So, for me, this is the Pope. It's the Hierophant card. It's Taurus energy. It represents, though, in the card by itself, it represents a person that guides us on a path of a higher learning. Sometimes when we see it with certain cards, readers will be like, oh, there could be a marriage when it comes, like, a love reading, because it can represent the person that marries us, right? Ultimately, though, it's the energy we look towards that guides us on the path. The keys of heaven are at their feet, okay? And then we have the Fool here, all right, and then we have this. Now, see, this is what I feel is the father energy for me, okay? Yes, he's holding a coin, and coins are about money, but there's roots, you know what I'm saying? There's roots to this, and there's, for me, what this represents is the security, like the security that comes with financial stability, and also what comes with having roots, which I associate with family and home. So we see this Fool card, and then I see this, and I see this. I'm feeling like Jenelle maybe never felt like she had either a father figure to guide her, okay? where these influences became the masculine that guided her, I guess, to shape who she would become, which was an aggressive, feminine energy that is going to be more masculine in nature, more you know what I'm saying, okay? We all have a feminine and masculine side, as far as I'm concerned. Everyone, I don't care what's between your legs. And at this point, all right? And I feel like there was a disconnect from maybe even a defensiveness, an anger towards God, towards the higher power, okay? That's what I feel like could be totally off. This is if I didn't mention, I don't think. This is a general reading, and it is for entertainment purposes only. I ask questions, I pull cards, I tell you what the card means and what I feel from it. Alright? Okay. Some people like my readings because of that, and they feel like they learn a little something about tarot. You know what I'm saying? Alright. But this is what I feel. So, this is the Fool card, and the Fool represents overall an energy that is going towards a cliff, a new beginning. They're walking towards the cliff, and they do not see what is beyond the cliff. It could be awesome. Maybe there's better marshmallows that are going to catch them. Maybe a lotto ticket. Maybe it's a bunch of sharp, jagged rocks that are going to go right through your face when you... I don't freaking know. And neither does the person. But in this deck, this Fool card, different art and different decks make me feel different things. And in this deck, this card makes me feel like this person is not all there. Literally not all there in the brain, or... And I'm not trying to be mean, this is just what I feel from the card, so I'm just telling you. Or it's that they're not completely ready to go towards the new beginning. Okay? And it starts with the Fool. It's the Fool's journey, okay? So, and I'm going to say the influence, or lack thereof, of a true masculine father figure in this person's life. Whoever these people are, because these are people, alright? I don't know who. I'm going to say they're not the father energy, because I'm seeing it here. And if it was, I don't know, maybe he was a drinker or super emotional. I don't know. But it put this person, Jenelle, on a path of defensiveness, feeling like they have to protect themselves all the time and be aggressive about it. I feel like they put up a shield to whatever the higher power for them would have been, or, you know, church itself, maybe being angry at church. Maybe something happened, a bad experience, not feeling accepted, or a feeling of something to that effect, either in church or a specific person of the church. I don't know, or someone that goes by the the book, you know, the Bible, that she felt was like judged her or something. And this could represent that there was something going on leading up to this point, and I'm not trying to be a jerk, where she just wasn't all there at this point in her life, on her journey, her Fool's journey, to jump off the cliff to be a mother. Like that whole... And I'm gonna say that being on that show made already the existing, like, because for me this is leading up to what, you know, becomes the show, like where she ends up on the show and having Jace. And I think this is all leading up to that, you know what I'm saying? And I think the show made it worse for her, because it put her in a spotlight. It gave her... She was already not all there, not ready for the new beginning to be a mother, not ready for the new beginning to be a young woman even, because this was that energy at that point, you know? Wasn't, she just wasn't ready. And if it's not purely the influence of these energies that shaped this, then she might have been just, you know, everything she had learned up to that point was not the things that she needed to. She wasn't at the point of mature enough yet to understand her true path, okay? And that, I mean, she could have been, I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing anyone or anything, but I do sometimes associate this fool with someone that is not all there. And sometimes people, and usually I'm a person that says if you are in going to a psychiatrist, psychologist, I've confused the two. The one that prescribes medications, I'm the first to say, please look into that medication. Take time. Don't just start taking things because you just don't know. In my personal experience, they can be quick to diagnose and prescribe something that maybe will make you worse sometimes. And sometimes you need to try the natural approach. That's not for everyone. Sometimes that doesn't work, and you do need medical intervention, medication. I'm not dogging that, but I do feel like we jump on that really quickly when we should kind of maybe step back and see if there are holistic things or other things we can do, because sometimes medication is a crutch. And by that I mean we are in a certain place in life, in our minds, in our bodies, and that medication should be utilized in a way where we also change the way we eat, the way we think, the way we see, because all of those things affect our overall health. And I could go on and on about this stuff. So as a matter of fact, if you're interested in that, let me know, because I will make a video about it. I could share some of my personal experiences. Again, I'm not a doctor, but, sometimes hearing someone else's experience helps us look at things a little differently, and maybe on our own journey, comes in handy. I'm a big believer in research. That's all I'll say. But sorry for the rant. The point is, this person could have maybe benefited from some sort of therapy or medication, or even looking into some holistic thing, but they weren't at that point in their journey to be able to see that way, okay? I feel like she was like a hurricane, an avalanche of feelings. And this went a lot longer than I thought it would. If anyone is interested in me doing a reading on Jenelle and looking further into this, leave it in the comments and let me know. And sorry about the rant, guys. If you like the video or you want to support what I do here, thumb up the video. That helps my algorithm and me as a channel. If you're not subscribed, consider doing so. Hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when I upload. If you would like to donate to me, you can buy me a coffee. And if you would like a personal reading, you can contact me via email. That info is in my description up here on YouTube. Okay, guys, thanks so much. Hopefully I see you next time.